Okay, so in today's video about Quant, I want to check out this whole sideways price action right in here and tell you what are the bullish and also at the same time bearish possibilities and what I'm expecting in Quant in case that the bullish scenario is in play. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And I think now it's time to overall check this move right in here and see what is happening in terms of Elliott waves, classic TA, and also possibly some indicators. So first we are going to start by classic patterns, and let's go on a less busy chart, maybe from Binance. Excuse me, there we go. So I think we can all agree that this is going to be a ranging pattern, and this is the range high, and this is going to be our range low right in here. And in terms of just classic patterns, as long as we're not getting a break of the range highs, we cannot say for sure that we are going to have a decent move on the upside. This gets much more important when you realize that around the range highs, we are actually having a very important resistance area, and around the range lows, we are having a very important support from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. Now, in terms of classic TA, I do not want to see QNT hanging around this area anymore. And let's say, sure, we are going to have one more retest of the level. And then after it, this is a very important point. We must get a very strong bounce back and start the next phase of the bull run. And I have two very important reasons for it. Number one, in terms of classic TA, touching a support or a resistance area more than 2-3 times is not going to be a good sign. Why is that? Let's just go around here. Excuse me. Okay, let's say this is an important support region. So by the first time that we are going to reach to about this area, let's say we had like 10 orders and 2 of them in here are going to get activated, and as a result of it, well, okay, we are going to have about 8 orders remaining. The second time that we're going to touch this region, let's say another 3 orders are going to get activated and we're going to have 5 orders in here. The next time, another 5, let's say, are going to get activated and we are going to have 0 orders. Now, the question is, what do you believe is going to happen if we are going to, for one more time, touch this very important region? Because we are not having any more long orders in here. Odds are at that point, we are actually going to get a break of this very important support area. That's why, in my opinion, touching a support or a resistance region more than 2, let's say even 3 times, it's going to be very bad for that level. And at that point, chances of breaking it is just going to get higher and higher. So this was in terms of classic TA. What about Elliott's waves? Now let's go on our own charts, and before that, let's just delete everything in here. Excuse me. I think it was QUANT. There we go. Okay, so let's zoom in more and see what is happening. In this move down in QNT, in some charts, we have actually taken this low, but in some others, we haven't. So what's the deal in here? I would like to argue, let's say we have actually taken the lows in this area. Well, okay, in that case, I think I am somehow able to find a 5 wave up in this area in order for me to be able to say that the bottom is in, and this move is going to be a correction structure. And once more, we are coming up with the same conclusion. And it's that we must soon get a move up in QNT if we are actually bullish, because on a higher degree, according to the bullish scenario, this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, and what's going to happen after our wave 2 is over, which soon, according to this possibility, is going to be over? Well, we are going to get a big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So you see, Elliott's waves also suggest that we must get a move up in QNT anytime by now. Now, here's a very important point. Why do I say we might actually once more go down and test these levels? That's because of a very classic pattern called, you probably, I think, heard of it, Wyckoff accumulation. This can be our first test of the level. This is the second test, and we can have one more test, and then after it, we do expect a very solid move on the upside. So the point that I'm trying to make in today's video about QNT is this. Downsides are Quant, in my opinion, are extremely limited. However, upsides are really not, and we can have a big move up. And even if we get another move down, something like this, I do not believe that this is going to be a short opportunity. This is not the time to go short in QNT. Now, if we do actually get this move down, and in it, for example, we reach to somewhere around these areas in here, about 80 to 85, let's say even $90, that's actually going to be a fantastic long opportunity. Why is that? Because at that point, risk to reward ratios are going to make a hell of a lot of sense. Let's say, okay, around 90 bucks in here, we are going to open a long position in QNT. Where is going to be our stop loss? For me personally, it's going to be under the lowest low down here, about 55 bucks. So if I'm going to open my position around 90, then okay, I'm going to have about a $35 stop loss. On the other hand, what's going to be my target? The bare minimum one, I'm telling you, this is the minimum target, is going to be around the highest high in this region, about $175. So in conclusion, I'm going to have at bare minimum about an $85 target, however, a $35 stop loss, and that will give me a risk to reward ratio of, let's say, around 1 to 3, which for me is fantastic. Why is that? Because I do not believe that I am going to get it right 100% of the time. If you are looking for someone like that, I would highly suggest close the video right now. Do not pay attention to anything that I say, because I'm telling you right now, I am not that guy. I'm here to only get it right 6 out of 10 times, and that is it. Now, when you are right 6 out of 10 times, and if in your trades your risk reward ratio are going to be about 1 to 1, you're not really going to be able to make a whole lot of money. However, with a risk to reward ratio of about 1 to 2, potentially even 1 to 3, even if you are right 6 out of 10 times, you are actually going to make a decent amount of money. That's why I want to argue in QNT, not only around here is not a short opportunity, but also if we get another move down, it's actually going to be a fantastic long opportunity. And how many people do you think are going to take that position? I promise you, not a whole lot. Why is that? Because at these low prices, you have to, as a trader, overcome some mental challenges. Your mind is telling you, look, because the price has fallen about 60-70%, odds are that it is actually going to go lower. However, logic definitely says something else, and the fact that this seems to be a choppy move down relative to this strong move on the upside is definitely another sign that suggests it's very, very unlikely that in QNT we are going to get a move down and take this low, and odds are this is indeed a correction structure. And on a higher degree, we may have, if I just do this, excuse me, there we go, 5 wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and the next move is going to be fantastic and absolutely magnificent into wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, which in these phases, I fully expect Quant to set an all-time high and take the highest side somewhere around $450, but I don't think that we're going to stop there. No, I believe we are going to go quite a bit higher than that. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In my opinion, in QNT, we do not really have a whole lot of time remaining. And if we are bullish, we must get a bounce back in the next couple of days, because the more that we hang on around this region, chances of breaking it is just going to increase more and more. Now, if we are going to get a move on the downside, I promise you, this is not going to be a short opportunity. Please, 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 please do not make that kind of decision, because I don't really expect in this phase QNT to go a whole lot lower than this low right in here, about $95. And soon I'm expecting a very strong bounce back. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Quant's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.